Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do something, but first let me tell you sorry in advance for first of all sounds you might hear because there's kids playing outside. There's like the washing machine is on, so I'm sorry for that. And the second thing I'm sorry for is the quality of this video because I am recording myself with my laptop's webcam. And that's because I usually um, record with my phone, but today I will need my phone because this is what we're going to do today. We are going to read weird DMs. Now, this is a disclaimer or whatever, and these DMs are from some guys. Okay, I'm just going to explain this Instagram account that I have for the decoy account. Um, it's just pictures of me, but I look pretty young. I'm almost 20, but I don't look like 20. Okay, so imagine, like I am almost 20. I don't look like I'm 20 though. I look very young, but also when I try my best to look even younger, then I can even like people can even mistake me for 14 years old. Predators go for children because they're child predators, of course. With this account, I'm not doing much, but it's just a decoy account to prove I'm real. And this predator catching group, predator poachers, shout out to them. They can use it if they need it to prove to predators that the decoy, me maybe, is real. But I can still log into the account and I see messages pop up, and some are like people like in my bio it says that I'm 14. I always say to people that I'm 14. I never message people, only if they message me I can respond like back to them, and I always say I'm 14. There are some messages and they can be kind of weird. Some messages look they're just like weird or cheesy. You know, some people seem desperate when they message me. Other people are kind of being illegal towards me, even though I've said that I'm 14. This guy's from today, and this was so weird. This is like so okay. This guy, I have the text messages here. As you can see, there is not much. That's because he keeps like when I don't respond or leave him on read or don't respond for like 3 minutes, he deletes his message and says the message maybe different wording. He says it again. He sends it again. So that's really weird. But the first time he did this, I was like, oh, so we're gonna play it like this, huh? So I screened everything. Like I have, hold on, I have the screens here, like here. Oh, you cannot see it. I will insert the screenshot anyway. So he starts off by saying hello. Let me see. He says hello, that's the beginning. After that, you can see I say not much NL. I say a lot of things. That doesn't make sense, So he says hello, then he says what's up. I remember what he said. So I said not much. That's why I said not much. He says, where are you from? So I said NL. That means the Netherlands. I always say NL. It's like the Netherlands, such a long word. I always say NL. So he says, I remember this. Means NL. He probably means, what does NL mean? I didn't respond. So he deleted that and he said, meaning NL again with a question mark, He said it again and I didn't respond because, like I'm busy. I just got up. And then he deleted that and I said, lame to delete your own messages when you are left on red, dude. And he was like, okay. And then you see that there's nothing anymore. You know, you can see it. I don't know if you can, but like, see, you can also see that I had blocked him, and I will get into why that was. So, okay, I have the screenshots here. After that, he said, you want to spend time with me on Instagram because he's bored or something. I feel tired due to COVID-19. If you not mind, yes or no? I didn't respond. He deleted it again, and this is where I was like, oh, I should screenshot it because he keeps deleting it. So that's why I deleted this. So he sent it again, and I was like, what? So he said, I am so bored because of coronavirus. You want to spend time with me on Instagram? Yes or no? He deletes it again and sends the same like question but in a different wording. He says it like differently but still the same kind of question. He sends it again. You want to chat with me? Yes or no? Question mark. Give me answer. You can say yes or no? Question marks. Then he sends me a picture and it was like of a staircase or something. So I didn't respond. So see, he deleted everything again and then he says something. You want to sexy communicate with me? And he spelled sexy like this. And then he says, he sends a picture. He sends a picture. You can see this. Wait, here. You can see he sent a picture. I opened it. He said, send me your stomach picture. So I have to like cover his name up. But this is what he sent. Like a picture of his stomach. What? Stomach picture? That was so weird. He deleted everything. I have to cover up his name. I'm sorry. He deleted everything again. And see, he deleted everything. These are like my messages. And then he sent a new thing. And I opened it, and it was a dick pic. And then I deleted him. Now that's why I blocked him. And I'm like not responding because I'm doing something or I'm not in the mood to respond to someone like that. And then he's just doing this. It's like so childish. But anyways. Then there's like more. Oh my god, this guy. So he said, hi, beautiful. I sent this emoji, you know, the waving emoji. How's you? Question mark. Because they keep sending question marks when I don't respond or I just don't reply at all, you know. Then they just like, I say, how are you? I said, fine. He said, good. Where are you from? I didn't respond. He said, question mark. Why you don't reply? Me. Okay, bye. Fuck off. He said that, okay, bye, fuck off, like a few minutes later when I still hadn't responded. So, like 1.5 hours later, he's like, middle finger emoji, and then emojis of bikinis. Show your boobus pic. Show your boobus pic. Another guy. Oh my god, this is also like a weird guy. I'm going to read this out loud because this is one of the guys who's being illegal. I'm just going to say to him right now that he's being illegal. He lives in Canada, so I pretend to be in Canada as well. Canada, age of consent is 16 years old. I will say to him now, age of consent in Canada is 16 years old. I just looked it up. He says, where did you went last night? Also, this grammar is like horrible. But anyway, so let's just read. Where did you went last night? I said, what do you mean? He said, you left me on the beach alone. I was so scared yesterday. I was like, that wasn't me. I'm only 14. I think you meant someone else. He says, 14 years old, you can't go to the beach? Like, that's not what I mean, but okay. No, I remember, that was you, 100% you. And I said, wait, how old are you then? Maybe I know you because you live near Toronto. Because he says in his bio that he lives in Brampton or something, and that's like near Toronto, and I just pretend to be like near him. He says, I'm 20. Yeah, because like from last 1 week. I think he meant like the last week, but okay. Yeah, because like from last 1 week, we are meeting each other every night. And I said, oh, no, was not me. Are you trying to flirt? Because you could just tell me straight up instead of bullshitting, you know? And he says, that was you. Like, I go to bed every night at 9, and you came to my dreams around 10:30. And he says there was laughing emojis. And I'm like, weird. And he says, lols, I don't know if that was a good way to start talking to you. But yeah, couldn't find anything else. LOL. Smiley face. Okay, but it's okay. So you're trying to flirt? Because he obviously is. So he says, ha ha ha, yeah. I said, uh, but I am 14 years old. He says, oh, good, good. You look very mature and adorable. And I said, okay, are you single? He says, yeah. And I said, okay, are you looking to date? He is like, are you ready to date? I said, yeah, I am 14. I am already 14. But I was just curious about if you were, so that is why I asked. He said, but you should be at least 18 to legally date, right? That's not true at all. It's like the age of consent in Canada is like 16. But it's like when you're 15 and you're dating another 15-year-old, you can date, you know? It's like, it's not weird. But it's like, I think he means like for a 20-year-old to be with a 15-year-old, that's not good. So he said, otherwise you need your parents' consent, isn't it? So he says you have to be 18 or else you need your parents' consent. That like has nothing to do with it. He says these emojis like this. And he says, but yeah, you look damn hot. So I say, I don't think parents have any say in that, to be honest. So he says, oh, that's good news then. What about marriage? Lols. I said, I think you have to be 18 to get married though. He's like not now, dot 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 dot, but like whenever you turn 18. And I said, but marriage is adult people stuff. And he is like, if dating works, then marriage should be fine, I think. We'll get closer and closer. And I was like, cool. So he's like, which school do you go to? And where do you live? I was like, oh shit, I have to be in Canada. So I was like looking up middle schools for in Toronto, and I found some, but I just didn't respond to him because I just responded to, where do you live? So he said, where do you live? I said, I live in Canada, Toronto. So he says, oh, I live in Brampton. Can we exchange the numbers, if you don't mind, like phone numbers? I said, hey, that's close to me, and I'd rather not. I don't just give out numbers to strangers I have never met. He says, sometimes it's good to give number. Who knows, maybe a stranger becomes your past and upcoming life. And I said, my past? And he's like, I mean future. Sorry. I was like, LOL. And I said, I have never seen you. So I'm not going to give you my number yet, because you're not giving your number to strangers, obviously. So he is like, there is a great invention, known as WhatsApp video call emojis. But they ask for the number I need to give them. I don't need for myself, I swear, laughing emojis. I'm like, I know WhatsApp, but I don't have that, LOL. I have no space on my phone for that. Like, I have WhatsApp, I have my phone. Like, in the Netherlands, everyone uses WhatsApp, but I don't give out my number to people, you know? That's like, I don't do that. So he's like, lols, what do you have? FaceTime? And I said, no, I have Android. That's true, though. This is an Android. I have no experience, though. So maybe it's not a good idea anyways, about me dating, right? See, I'm trying to let him back out of it. And he's like, I don't know what to speak. I said, okay, no problem. I will leave you alone then. And he is like, see, I'm trying to say something like that. And he's like, no, please don't do that. I just mean, if you can't date, then at least be a friend. Maybe you change your mind, and we can date in the future or something. And I said, nah, I don't, I think I want to date now, in general, you know? As in, not with him, but in general, you know? Because I have always been curious what a relationship, or even sex, would be like. But I will find someone. Was nice meeting you, though. See, another chance to let him back out. He says, is it possible if we meet one day, face to face? And I said, why? To do what? You mean now? Soon? Or when I'm older, like 18. Because if so, then no, I don't even know if I will know you still by then. Perfect English. Oh my god. He says, no, no, I'm asking to meet you ASAP. ASAP. Like, whenever you have time. I said, to do what? But I'm asleep in a few minutes. Bye, good night. That's what I said. So he said, just for a casual meeting, I mean. Okay, take a good sleep. We'll discuss later. And I said, oh, but what will we do together? He says, we'll see, talk, sit together. Because you want to date me? Or that's what I said. He says, yeah. I said, okay, I would have to meet you first before we would be dating. So you're right about us meeting. He says, which school you go to, and why you have just Indian boys in your account. And I was like, oh, I'm going to just go into the thing because this is what I'm talking about. And even as a decoy, I'm going to be asking, oh my god, like, why are these Indian guys just following me? Like, I don't know them. It's not as if they all know each other and they are like, hey, follow this girl. They just randomly follow me, like, out of nowhere, just so many. And I don't get it because I don't have an open account. I have a private account. Uh, I don't have many followers. It's not as if I have so many followers and just people just go to see me on my account or visit my account. It's like, it's weird. I don't understand. So I said, oh my god, thank you for noticing. I honestly don't know. They just follow me. Anyways, he said, I said before this thing of age of consent, shall I tell my mom about you? And he says, yeah, sure, I have no issues in that. So I think he doesn't know that it is illegal. So I'm just warning him. So I said age of consent in Canada is 16 years old. I just looked it up. So a half hour ago, he said before 18. For every relationship, you should have your parents' consent. I mean, like marriage or something. Not like hook up a relationship. But they should be aware of that. Does your mother use Instagram? So this guy is trying to say that he's trying to tell me that I not like a hookup or a relationship. So he's just telling me that like the age of consent is meant to be for only marriages, but like when you want to hook up, you can just do it with a 14-year-old. But that the parents should just be aware of it or something. And then asking if my mother uses Instagram, like, oh, see, this is not a screenshot. This is like the actual conversation, so I have to be. See, another conversation. Okay, so at the beginning, he says hello. I said, hey, sup? He says, how are you doing? I'm like, good. And he's like, oh, I said, good. How old are you? And he's like, because I always say that to make conversation about like, hey, I'm 14. And he says a whole paragraph to me. Hello, I'm Lawrence. I'm 55 years old, single parent, and I have earned more than I would need for the rest of my life. And I would love to have a beautiful, mature lady who is loyal, honest, intelligent, and understanding so I can make her my partner and also spoil her. You can see that I am like 14, right? Because they follow me, so they have to see my bio wherein it says that like 14 years old. This is a guy. I have one more guy that was so old. This is a guy from Kuwait. Okay. So it's like a Muslim country. I'm just gonna say this. In that country, it is illegal. Sex is illegal. It's illegal when you are not married. So there's no age of consent. The only consent you have is when you are already married. And for girls, it's starting 15 years old, and for guys, it's 17 years old. So he said, young, but so cute. So I said, you like young girls? I'm 15, and then I corrected 14 because I mistyped. He says, yes, but it's 10 years between us. So I said, oh, so you are 24. Where do you live? He's like, yes, Kuwait. I'm like, wow. And he says, and you? And I said, I'd like to keep that a secret because it's close. Because I was like, I'm not gonna be like, hey, me too. It's such a coincidence. Like, I didn't want to do that. So he says, then you're living in Kuwait. You have an Arabic name. Are you Arab? And I was like, I'm not, by the way. But I said, really? The name is Arabic? Arabic? Never knew. And he's like, yeah, the name that I'm using is Arabic name. And I'm like, no, my parents were born in India. Like, that's, like, my mom's, like, Indian, but she's not born, like, in India. But, like, I don't want to seem like, in that country, you speak, like, an Arabic language, standard Arabic language. And I don't want to seem like the girl with an Arabic name living in Kuwait but not knowing that language of that country. So I was like, no, we're from India. So that's why we're speaking in English. I am bored. And he's like, yeah, me too. Any plans? I'm like, no. He's like, this too annoying. I said, home alone for a few days, but my friends cannot go outside. So I just tried to make it seem like I'm just bored because I'm home alone and that I cannot be with friends because the coronavirus or something. He's like, can't do anything. Where is your family? I'm like, they're at work. He's like, I said, but they have a new branch, so they had to travel there to open it. I was like just saying some random stuff. And he's like, yeah, I see. And I said, I don't know, I was not paying attention when they told me, haha, XD. And he's like, I know, where if I know, where do you live? May I can come and spend these few days with you. And a tongue emoji like this. And I'm like, to do what? He's like, do nothing, just spending time together. I'm like, do nothing, boring, haha. And he's like, we don't know what would happen. Tongue emoji. And I'm like, I don't have Netflix anymore. And he's like, maybe we can find something to do. I said, what do you mean? He said, I mean nothing, but together we can find activities. And I said, okay, yeah, I meant what activities? He's like, do you have an empty room for me? Or should we share the same room? And I said, my parents' room is empty now. And he said, nice, then it's bigger bed. We can use it together. Laughing emojis. Kidding. So I said, do you have a wife or girlfriend? And he said, no. I said, that's weird. He said, if I have, why would I come to you? Why it's weird? And I said, so you are coming to me for sex or romance? And he said, for whatever you like. What do you prefer? And I said, I don't know, I'm only 14. And I think that's wrong because, like, 14-year-old people are not like, I'm only 14, so I don't know stuff. But this guy fell for it, so it's fine. He was like, yeah, I was about to tell you. And I was like, I have not done grown-up stuff before. No marriage or relationship. And he says, I guess you can't stand for sex. Wasn't his grammar, but okay. And he's like, and I'm like, why? Because I'm not 15 and married yet? Because of the laws, And he's like, your stuff is tight, I guess. I thought, oh, this guy is gonna say, oh yeah, I'm sorry, you cannot have sex because you're not legal yet. But no, it's because my stuff is tight. He says, do you feel horny sometimes? And I said, wait a minute. If I am 14, then you enticing me is illegal? And he says, I guess. And I said, I just looked it up and I gotta be married and at least 15. Okay, well, it was nice talking to you then. Like, okay, bye, it's illegal, so I'm going myself. Because usually kids are not like this. But I'm doing the extra mature step and trying to be like, oh, like finding out myself. And then he's like, wait, where are you going? See, I'm trying to back out myself because kids usually, well, they barely do that. They're not like old enough to give consent. Like, that's why this whole age of consent thing is like a thing. Never mind. Okay, let's just And he said, wait, where are you going? And I said, away, because otherwise you could get in trouble, right? And he says, I don't know how girls think, but I know a girl that she's doing sex since she was 13. Wow, I cannot read this guy's grammar. I don't know how girls think, but I know a girl that she's doing sex since she was 13. Laughing emoji. Yeah, but the law stands above what people do or think, I said. And I think because we are young, the law does this. You know? Because and then he says, "Yes, but that's hap yes, but that happens only if you tell the government." Oh, okay then, I said. He said, "Do you have Snapchat?" I said, "No, my dad says I can't have Snapchat." Um, he's like, And I said, have you had sex with girls as young as me before? And then he said, I will tell you something, maybe you will get shocked. I didn't have sex before. And I'm like, aha, well, me neither, so it's not weird. And he's like, sure, not weird. For me as a Muslim, I'm not allowed to have sex without marriage. But you know, everyone is doing that. Maybe I will do it. I don't know. And that's not true, by the way, because I know plenty of people that are Muslim and they are saving sex for marriage, you know, so not everyone's doing it. So I said, wouldn't you rather wait till you are married to your future girlfriend? He said, I don't know, I don't think I will wait. If I find a pretty girl wants me to have sex with her, I'll do it. What about you? Would you do sex at this age? Would I do sex? Would I do sex? I said, I never thought about it. Not really. I thought my parents would get me an arranged marriage, but that is not gonna happen. So yeah, I was just pretending to say that I haven't thought of like finding a boyfriend myself, basically. And I said everyone is so hyped up about sex and stuff, so I guess it is fun to do? Question mark. That's what I said. And he says, I guess yes. Tell me then. Do you feel horny sometimes? And I said, sure. And then he said, and what you do when you feel it? And I said, do you though? Oh, that was like from for the message before that. I was like, and he's like, sure. And I said, do you like younger girls like me more? And he's like, you're looking cute. So yeah, but I guess you have so skinny body. And I said, yeah, I don't eat, just kidding. I do eat, haha, you know. And he says, and very small butt and almost no tits. And I'm like, huh, is that what you like? And he's like, uh, can you send a complete pic of for sex? Yes. And I'm like, a picture of what? And he said, of you. Not only your face, but I'm asking for nudes. I'm not asking for nudes, just a full pic. And I said, oh, I don't have one. And right now I'm naked because I was going to take a shower. And he's like, maybe it's nice to take a pic while you are naked. And I said, no, because then I will be naked on the photo. Duh. I'm like trying to be like naive, like, I don't want to be naked on a photo. And then he's like, yes, that's the point. So I was like, no, I don't want people to have a pic of me nude. It could be sent to other people, and I don't like that. And he's like, you can show it, then delete it. No, just believe I never share a girl's pic. So I said, no, I'd rather have people see me naked in real life than a pic, because pics can be shared and your memory cannot be shared. And he's like, then where is your house? And I was like, was that a joke? And he's like, no, maybe I can see naked in real life. So I said, didn't you want to have sex with me? And he says, yes, I would, but you have to know, it hurts. So I said, I hear people always say the first time always hurts a bit, so I know. And he says, yes, but anal hurts a lot. And I'm like, oh, you want anal? So he said, you want to lose it by my dick. And I'm like, yeah, sure. But when I open your hymen, it will bleed. And I'm like, are you scared of blood? LOL. And he's like, then you have to wait at least 3 days to have sex. And I said, oh, I never heard of that. Well, I guess not then. So he says, you mean, I mean, we can do it, then have sex later. And I said, my parents will come back in 2 days, so that's why. And he says, then anal is the way to go. Are you scared of having a dick in your anal? In my anal? Yes, in my anal. So I said, well, it's not meant for sex. So it's meant for things coming out, not coming in. So yes, I guess it's kind of scary. And he says, yeah, but 99% of people having sex through anal. And I'm like, XD, sure, because I know that's not true at all. And he's like, like, or something, like, And I said, I never heard anyone say that before. Poop fetish be like, LOL. And I'm like, OMG, I'm so funny. Just pretend to be like a child or something. And he's like laughing emojis, but I think your anal, my anal, is big enough to insert it in your anal. What? But I think your anal is big enough to insert it in your anal. But I think my dick, he says like my dick correction, and your anal is too tight. And I said, okay, then I guess not. But there are plenty other girls giving him another chance to back out. And he's like, I can see you're excited. That's why. And I'm like, what? I'm trying to back out of this. I'm trying to give you another chance to see, like, maybe this is not a good idea because she's 14. Predators are scared to meet up because they think that it's it's the cops or something, law enforcement. But like they're already being illegal by asking for nudes. That's child pornography. They are enticing a minor online. That's also illegal. I said, aha, would you still do it if I was 12? And he said, sure, no, of course no. The WTF. 12 means kid. And I said, I am a kid. I am 14. That is still kid. And he's like, there's a difference. And I'm like, a difference? Really? Like 2 years or something? 2 year difference? Still a kid. So he says, there's a difference. You're adult, I think. 14 years is fine. But to have sex. But 12, definitely no. And I said, okay, both 12 and 14 are illegal because both are kids. Like even in that country. And he's like, then forget about it. And I said, yeah, don't ever entice minors again. There's this guy. Okay. He says, DM please. And I said, question marks. So he says, just found you cute. Want to talk to you. I didn't respond. I just didn't open it yet. And he's like, so you from? And an hour later, can we talk? Then 2 hours later, he's like, hey, cutest, please reply. And I'm like, that was the video, so thank you all for watching. Let me know if you liked it or not. Like, I know like some messages were like just weird and clingy and saying desperate, or like, but others were like kind of being illegal, and I know that's like wrong of them, but I wish I could do something more about them. But I sent all those text messages that I got to a Predator Poaches group, one of the branches. Like, subscribe, and yeah, see you next time. Bye.